You don't know how this feels.
It's only after we've lost everything that we're free to do anything.
Welcome to another episode of Top 10 Movies and Series. I'm Too Much Deshti, and these are Top 10 Complicated Movies. Number 10, 12 Monkeys. In the future world devastated by disease, a convict is sent back in time to gather information about the man-made virus that wiped out most of the human population on the planet. Terry Gilliam was afraid that Brad Pitt wouldn't be able to pull off the nervous, rapid speech. He sent him to a speech coach, but in the end he just took away Pitt's cigarettes, and Pitt played the part exactly as Gilliam wanted.
There's the television. It's all right there. All right there. Look, listen, Neil, pray. Commercials. Not productive anymore. At least to make things anymore. It's all automated. What are we for then? We're consumers, Jim. Okay. Buy a lot of stuff. You're a good citizen. But if you don't buy a lot of stuff, if you don't, what are you then, I ask you? What? Mentally ill. Back, Jim, back. If you don't buy things, toilet paper, new cars, computerized blenders, electrically operated sexual devices, stereo systems with brain-implanted headphones, screwdrivers, miniature built-in radar devices, voice-activated computers.
Number 9, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Joel and Clementine begin a relationship after a train journey together. However, having had their memories clinically erased, they do not remember their tumultuous past. During the train scene, Kate Winslet punches Jim Carrey. This was not staged or planned, and Carrey's response is that of genuine surprise.
Random Thoughts for Valentine's Day 2004. Today is a holiday invented by greeting card companies to make people feel like crap.
Number 8, Enemy. Adam, a college professor, spots an actor in a movie who looks exactly like him. Adam tracks down his doppelganger and starts living his life secretly, which gives birth to a complex situation. The cast signed a confidentiality agreement that doesn't allow them to speak or explain to the press the meaning of spiders in the movie.
Control. It's all about control. Every dictatorship has one obsession, and that's it. So in ancient Rome, they gave the people bread and circuses. They kept the populace busy with entertainment. But other dictatorships use other strategies to control ideas, the knowledge. How do they do that? Lower education. They limit culture, censor information. They censor any means of individual expression. And it's important to remember this, that this is a pattern that repeats itself throughout history.
Number 7, Shutter Island. Teddy and Chuck, 2 U.S. Marshals, are sent to an asylum on a remote island in order to investigate the disappearance of a patient, where Teddy uncovers a shocking truth about the place. The title is anagram of truth and lies. Through most of the storyline, it is cloudy and the rain turns heavier as the story gets deeper. The sun only comes out in the final scenes. This is another reference to Freud, who described the subconscious as a confusing cloudy weather, in opposition to the clear skies of the consciousness. The next vision is the rye fever.
Once you're declared insane, then anything you do is called part of that insanity. Reasonable protests or denial, valid fears, paranoia.
Survival instincts are defense mechanisms.
You're smarter than you look, Marshall. That's probably not a good thing.
Number 6, Memento. A man with short-term memory loss attempts to track down his wife's murderer. Christopher Nolan's screenplay was based on his brother Jonathan Nolan's story, Memento Mori. However, the screenplay is still considered original rather than adapted because Jonathan's story wasn't published until after the film was completed. All of the dialogue in black and white sequences that feature Sammy was improvised.
Okay, so what am I doing? Oh, I'm chasing this guy. No, he's chasing me.
Number 5. Coherence. Strange things begin to happen when a group of friends gather for a dinner party on an evening when a comet is passing overhead. Instead of script, the actors would each receive only a small paragraph that only they would see as their goals for the day. This allowed for the story to unfold naturally and create genuine reactions in the other actors.
You know, I've made some choices that I'm stuck with. I'm stuck here. I'm like the dead cat, right? This whole night we've been worrying. There's some dark version of us out there somewhere. What if we're the dark version?
Number 4. Nocturnal animals. Susan receives a manuscript of her ex-husband's new novel and finds it very compelling. Tom Ford edited this film at his London design studio, where he would bide his time between his fashion fittings and editing for 4 or 5 hours daily. Although he is known as a fashion designer, director Tom Ford chose to leave the costuming in the film strictly to the costume designer. Not a single Tom Ford product appears in the film, as Ford didn't want a commercial.
Why'd you give up on becoming an artist?
Because I'm too cynical to be an artist. I think that to be really, really good, you have to come from someplace inside that I'm just not sure I have.
Number 3. The Shining. Jack and his family move into an isolated hotel with a violent past. Living in isolation, Jack begins to lose his sanity, which affects his family members. To get Jack Nicholson in the right agitated mood, he was fed only cheese sandwiches for 2 weeks, which he hates.
Women can't live with them, can't live without them.
Words of wisdom, Lloyd. Words of wisdom.
Number 2. The Fountain. 3 people living in different centuries embark on a search for the Tree of Life in order to protect their loved ones and receive the gift of immortality. Hugh Jackman recommended Darren Aronofsky cast Rachel Weisz in the film. Aronofsky and Weisz were in a relationship at the time, and so Aronofsky was against favoritism. But with Jackman's earnest recommendation, he consented to cast Weisz. To prepare for her role, Rachel Weisz read books and diaries about terminally ill people and visited hospitals to see terminally ill people.
These times are dark. But every shadow, no matter how deep, is threatened by morning light.
Of course. Before number 1, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share it with friends. And if you think any titles are left out, please write it in the comment section. Number 1. Vanilla Sky. David, a publishing magnate, becomes the victim of a car crash which scars his face. The incident changes him and compels him to question the existing reality of his life. The scene with Tom Cruise alone in Times Square is not computer-enhanced. The production was given unprecedented permission to shut down Times Square for one Sunday. Tom Cruise has said this is the best film he's done.
My father wrote about this in his book. Chapter 1, page 1, paragraph 1. What is the answer to 99 out of 100 questions? Money.
I hope you enjoyed this video. Turn on notifications so you won't miss the next videos.